Um, and the other thing is for this particular page, the evidence-based assessments bipolar youth meta, is there's a template that I think we should add to the top of it whilst it's in this drafting stage that might be useful.
Please.
I don't know exactly how well it's going to format up. So if you click edit, we are going to add a template, and depending on how you prefer to add your templates, you can either go use the insert drop down and go insert template, or you can just type curly brackets twice and it'll realize that you wanted to add a template. Yeah, so those both do the same thing. And article info. Yeah. And then this just allows you to format up that first author, first name author one, last name author one, ORCID author one, affiliation author one, etc. And then the same thing for author two, same thing for author three. And it's basically just all the stuff that you had at the top of that section underneath.
Yes.
And it'll say like this is a draft article in process. It's not being peer reviewed or anything like that yet, but that's what its destiny is. And it'll just start formatting up some of that metadata in a way that can then allow me to, when I make the Zotero link, that little Zotero plugin, once the data is structured up in here, it then allows you to scrape it and put it into Zotero in a way that just the plain text, the way it's currently written, wouldn't.
Yes, got it.
So for filling it in, either you can fill it in just within this kind of visual editor template thing, and for adding addition, like there's a button at the bottom that says add more information, and that's how you'd add author 2, author 3, author 4, etc. Or if you go into source code editing mode, you can see kind of how the parameters are each structured, and it'll be last one, last two, first two, last four, first four, etc.
Yes, and that I saw that for the first time with the COVID and bipolar one. Not to sound like one of those clinical psychologists who's like, everyone who's going to become a psychologist should try therapy, but I think everyone who's on the editorial board should try submitting a journal, an article.
Yeah, totally agree.
I'll go back and fill that out more on my time, but the